requested that I do a show on the code of silence. And Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover, should they be let out of jail, the Statesville prison, and Cook County in the corruption that is going on. And like everything, I like to give the people what they want. That's the type of shows I want to do. So share this with someone. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Series of shows. Like and share and like. Send feedback. Thank you. Send feedback. Thank you.
Good. It could have a downside to it, just like the whole issue of defunding or dismantling police. If it stops them from wrongdoing, that's 100. That's good. But meaning that the individual officer knows that he can be sued and money can be taken out of his livelihood, how likely will he perform his job the way that they're supposed to? When crime is going on and they can sit there and say, well, I could get sued, so I'm not going to rush to the scene, or I'm going to sit back and wait 20 minutes before I respond. That could be the downside. Just like
whether they go through evaluation, I think, every single year. But go ahead, I'm listening to you.
Evaluation. What you mean by evaluation?
The police are evaluated, but I think they evaluated every year. But I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what? When it comes to stuff like that, it's just for paper and showing in front of the media. I mean, we had something like an evaluation where we did, I guess it's similar to what you're saying, where we had to be judged on how many complaints, how many write-ups, this, that, and the other. They can make that up to whatever it is they want it to be. Okay? Just because they get it, that don't mean it might have any real standing towards the public.
Well, when I speak, let me restructure my question. Okay, what I mean is that they evaluated and they are looked at, they are scrutinized when they get the amount of complaints that they get. What you're saying is they would be reluctant to arrest some people because of the litigation that could take place. That's what I believe you're saying.
Yeah. If they have their own private insurance, who would really be taking the risk doing their job 100% if they know it could be a monetary loss to them?
I think an individual that loves their job and an individual that's professional, a person that cares about law enforcement. I think it would root out the people that do not care about their jobs.
And if that's the case,
that's personal opinion.
If that's the case, then that's going to narrow down the ones that's really professional and really love to do their job. I mean, how many would you really have?
I don't know.
Compared to
there are thousands of people that take examinations to pursue that occupation every single year. So, but you just made the statement that they dismantled the police department, but I'm trying to see how does it not correspond? You say it could be bad, but you're saying they should dismantle the police department, which I don't think they should totally dismantle it. They should just restructure.
No, because can you imagine how many people called 911 since that issue came about? Seriously.
They're not going to dismantle anything.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How many people actually, regardless of how we feel about George Floyd, and we all know it was a tragedy, but how many people have actually called 911 since that issue has come up? And glad as hell that somebody responded.
What are you saying? By you making that statement, are you saying that there's still not indeficiencies that should be correct? There's still indeficiencies that should be corrected, even though you are glad when a constable or police officer shows comes.
We got these underground groups that's formed by these political parties that put out these talking points. I don't think that funding is the issue. The issue is punishment. Nobody's talking about punishment. The other issue is the judicial system. If you crack down on the judges is the ones who let these people walk when they go to court. There has to be some reform in the court. Okay?
I agree, but I mean, brutality, there should be punishment for brutality and abuse of police powers. You don't agree with that?
But the thing is, nobody's being punished. If there's anybody being punished, it goes back to the color line of black law enforcement officers taking more severe punishment than whites. It has to be distributed fairly and equally. And right now, with all this talk of defunding, nobody's talking about punishment. That's the one issue, the main issue that will make an officer do right. Punishment. And nobody's bringing that up.
No, you don't think nobody, they're bringing it up now. But you know what? I would like to pose to everybody. I think that the police officers, not only should they wear a camera, I think they should wear a backup camera, so they can never say that their camera was not operating. What do y'all think about that?
Well, the thing is, before they came up with the body cam, it was just hearsay.
Yeah.
So then they implemented the body camera. So now you can see black people getting killed on high definition. So that don't do anything to you. So you put on a black body cam. So now you can see black people getting killed from all angles. My question is this. I'm gonna ask you brothers a question. And I think it's a disparity between the county sheriffs and police officers. It seems to me, I don't know the numbers or anything like that, but there seems to be more black county sheriffs. Yeah, there seems to be more black county sheriffs than black police officers. I don't know the numbers, but wouldn't it be feasible for us to have more black police officers? Should we push the narrative of getting young black men and women to apply for the police force?
I don't. Well, my answer to you is I do not think it makes any difference, because if you still have the code of silence that exists, that's not going to change the narrative.
But this is why I'm going with it. If we have black police officers that patrol their own neighborhood, now just say your neighborhood, Cliff, and brother, your name, Brother Kevin. Kevin, is that your name? Brother Kevin? Yeah. Okay, Brother Kevin and Brother IX. Say the police officers grew up in our particular neighborhoods. They grew up, went to school there. Now they're the patrol officers there in the neighborhood. Wouldn't you think that they would have more compassion for the neighborhood that they grew up in? They know the person at the corner grocery store. They know the person that lives down the street. They know some of the class, some of the teachers and stuff, and they would patrol their neighborhood that they grew up in better than they would if it was just white people coming in the community. If black people patrolling people that they know and they know something about, opposed to no.
No, because
Hey, look.
you know what?
Wait.
What you're saying is there still is even if you put all black officers in there that live in, there's still a code of silence that exists in that community that runs around. There's still drug houses that have been operating for 20 years and prostitutes that have been walking up and down. Where I lived there for 20 years, even if you can, so there's still a code of silence that exists until you eliminate that.
I'm gonna say this real quick. This is my opinion. I agree with you, and the way I would do it. The first thing you said is why there's so many police in the county. The county is hired by the county, the Cook County board, whoever controls the county. The city police are controlled by the city. The state police are controlled by the governor and the state. Now, the question you asked, I would break it down this way. If they did it the way you asked, it would bust a bubble on the racism. Because if the police had to work their wards, the 19th ward would have too many cops. The 10th ward will have too many cops. All these wards that all the police are coming from will have too many cops. And the only reason they say they put the police over here, they put them over here to have training on kicking ass and killing. But when they go to their neighborhood, they go see all their friends and make sure the property is good. They play with the kids and throw the football because it's their community. Now the county cops are programmed. All they do, they got to follow the law. Throw you out your fucking house, and they do all the dirty work. State police keep the balance of you traveling. So if they see too much traveling, 9 out of 10, you're probably running guns or drugs to pull them over. So if they did it the way it should be done, it would expose the racism. That's my point.
I agree. But you know what? That still does not eliminate the code of silence. Y'all know it exists. I know it exists. It doesn't eliminate the code of silence.
But the code of silence would be. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The point still stands that it needs to be balanced. If things were done the way it's supposed to be done, it starts with the individual, not the so-called the county and the local police. If individuals themselves will uphold the law, it will be a balance of law and order. If you have too many people that grew up in the neighborhood and police the neighborhood, that's an unbalance, because that's like hiring somebody that works at the same company but they're your cousin.
That's okay. That's okay. Nepotism is okay.
Because it's not really okay, because then you build up cliques, and then you build up, I'm going to give you a break on this, I'm going to give you a break on that, and then the city's not making money, and things are unbalanced, and they're not equalizing the jail system, things of that nature. People start getting away with crime. So it has to be a balance, and you have to work with the opposition to bring balance. You have to work with the Caucasians, the Asians, or whoever to bring balance.
I mean, you know what though, but I am in compliance. I think even if you flood the community with people that live in that community, there's still a code of silence within the police department, and you can't deny it. Nobody can deny it.
Like if you got cliques, you're gonna have a code. The little clique that I was in, you wasn't running drugs, you wasn't doing all that excessive force. But in order for us to survive, it was just 5 of us. We had to have our own code because we were surrounded by other people who had an evil code into doing all this wrongdoing. So cliques don't create cliques of any kind is going to create a code. And so you really not solving the problem.
That's why I can't really understand I can't really rationalize what they are saying because there's still a code of silence. You haven't eliminated. I asked, Brother Minister Big, you haven't eliminated that. That don't change the narrative because you got a ton of black officers there and there's a code of silence that exists.
Yeah,
don't stop that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I said that does not change the narrative because you have people in your community. Because you can have a ton of police officers. There's still a code of silence that exists. You know it, and I knows that. Y'all know that. I would say one thing I like the Nation of Islam did, and they're not a police force. Once they moved to the projects, they didn't even have guns. The criminal activity almost dissipates. They don't even carry a penknife. But it does not make any sense to me if you have a ton of black police officers that come from their community and there's still a code of silence that exists.
Well, the thing is this. Okay, let me ask you this. Do hippopotamus patrol giraffes? No, hippopotamus patrol their own kind. Giraffes patrol their own kind. So I don't need people to patrol me and kill me. But then you never heard. Can y'all even tell me how many times you heard black police officers in the white community kill innocent, unarmed black white women and white men? I'll wait for that answer. Okay, good.
It's because of what he just said. They treat black police officers and white police officers differently because of what Kevin said.
So the thing is that I feel that you patrol your own kind. I want the black police officer. If you remember, like I said, look up Renault Robinson. Renault Robinson ran the Afro-American Patrolmen's League in the 70s. They were ex-police officers, and then they had their own police force. So when Chicago police showed up, they had the scanners too, and they showed up also. They showed up also. So the thing is how are you going to have any kind of compassion in a community that you have nothing invested in? So it's easy for you to kill somebody in front of their face. But where you have black people, if you grow up in a community, if I was a patrolman in my own community that I grew up in, man, I'm going to do extra stuff because everybody's going to know me. I'm going to know them. I will have a relationship with them. They're going to look at me because we look like each other. Okay, you're going to have a few bad apples, but not the majority. So I live over here. I live in Chatham. This brother over here, he live in Inglewood. This brother over here live in Rosen. And we all cool. But you just got the job. Man, I'll make certain Rosen straight. He going to make certain Chatham straight because we all connected like that. He went to Finger. He went to Harlan. He went to CBS. So you see the connection. And I think, this is my opinion. I think if we have more black police officers to patrol our own, because the police force is paramilitary, okay? Because the Chicago Police Department, the New York Police Department, and a few other police departments are trained by Israeli soldiers. And soldiers are trained to kill. They're trained. They're trained.
That sounds good, brother. That sounds real good, and that'll work. That'll work in a hypothetical world, but in the real world, it's not going to work due to the fact this didn't start yesterday. This thing's been programmed down through history, 400 years of oppression, of slavery. So there may be good blacks, like you say, and good brothers, like you say, but the majority has been programmed and brainwashed. Believe it or not, them brothers in the hood that got authority is worse than a white man on you. They're gonna put it in.
Okay,
that's why you have Uncle Tom that's in the system, because they was trained. If you watch that movie called Life, when the Roy was trying to bring correction, his Uncle Tom nigga, he said, "I'm not nice like boss. I'm gonna put it on your work." So you gotta understand, and I'm gonna bring it up today. I used to work with a family member at the same job.
Somebody got a lot of background noise.
Mm-hmm. That's not me, it's somebody else. At the steel mill. And I thought I was cool because I'm working with a family member. Everything gonna be smooth. Did you know that brother put it on me worse? I was like, please get me away from my family member. Because our people are hard on each other, man. You try to support the black business. You try to support your own town.
Okay.
You think the Chinese and the Korean is watching you in the store? Not only they watch you in the store, but they're gonna raise the prices and taxes on you, and talk about you.
Okay, all right.
They know the inside. So
okay, I hear you, brother Kevin. I hear you. But now I'm gonna bring something. This is not a theory. This is not something I heard. I can bring it, and you can go see. This is proof. Now, over there on 53rd, off of about 56, 57 in Woodlawn.
Mm-hmm.
You go over there at 57 in Woodlawn.
Mm-hmm.
They call it the National House. And in the National House, they have patrol cars. They're brown. And on the side of it, it says NOI. They got the police lights and everything. Right now. And you see the brothers, that's F.O.I. It's called the Fruit of Islam. And they secure the house. Chicago Police Department drive by and wave at them. They don't patrol that house. They don't protect that house. They do. The NOI patrol. The FOI patrol that house. Okay, they patrol that house. We're talking about supporting each other. They support each other. They black. They black as I don't know what. They take care of each other. They make certain that there's no harm or nothing like that come to anybody. You're not going to go into the mosque over there on 72nd and Stony Island with no gun on you. They're going to make sure you don't have one. And that's what our people do. They get in line. I'm going to ask you this question, and then I'm going to stop. Have you ever, and you've been in this community as long as I can know, have you ever seen any police brutality, shooting and killing any one of them? Have you ever seen a drive-by shooting, killing any one of them? I'm just asking. And they out in the open. They with the bow ties on and the selling newspapers being pipe. How come they ain't get hit with drive-by shooting bullets? How come the police ain't killing them? Got their hands on their neck. They black people. I'm just asking. So now, what's
Cliff,
the difference between us and them?
Cliff, you're down to 1 minute.
Oh, you know what? 1 minute.
Wow.
You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. We down to 1 minute. Let me do a quick dua and thank you, Brother Kevin and Minister Ben and Brother IX. And we come on Underground Railroad. Go to our website at Underground Railroad TV show in Chicago. And quick dua. Udu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Indina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Brother Kevin, you got anything you like to say real quick?
I enjoyed the show. Dr. Ben, I look forward to every time you're here, and I enjoyed the show. So I'll see you guys next week.
Brother Kevin?
Hold on. Brother Kevin, you want to say goodbye?
Hello?
Brother Kevin.
Yeah, anything, finishing words?
No, other than I enjoyed the show, and we just all need to come together no matter what class, we in, middle, lower class, upper class.
Okay.
We all black first before you anything.
Okay, and Brother Minister Ben, any finishing words?